Hello, fake sinners, and welcome to this week's meeting of the Sad Kids Record Society. I'm your host, Lily, and this week I'm listening to The Good Ship Lifestyle by Chumbawamba.
And I'm your other host, Adam, and I'm listening to Can't Miss You by Sublime.
But we'll tell you about that later. For now, let's drop the needle.
This is amazing. You are literally like my musical soulmate.
This is a bop.
This feels weird. This feels weird.
Being here at the end.
Yeah.
On the day we've scheduled.
Yeah.
Hasn't happened.
Could never happen.
No.
Primarily
No way.
Could never. No way. No how. Could never happen. I'm not wearing like a special shirt for Pride, but it says Lance Bath as Sephiroth, both gay men. So
Canonically, yes.
Canonically, both gay men. So I mean, could be the move. Yeah, I don't know. We're in rare form. The official for the gamers out there. Nintendo officially capped the end of Summer Games Fest season this morning as we're recording, and so we are writing. I don't know if high is the word for it. I think confusion. We're writing the confusion into this here episode where we're talking about two songs, Famous Last Words and Blood. Blood. And we're going to be like talking about those, and then we're going to be done talking about the Black Parade, and then we're going to next week rank the songs. Which feels weird because here's the thing. It's not something like we knew this was coming. Like we've done this before.
Yeah.
But it's the first time we've ever done a ranking for Sad Kids Record Society, and it feels very strange to finally be here.
Right.
Like this is episode 12.
We wasted no fucking time. Yeah.
Yeah. No time at all. Like we just kind of ripped through it. And I think technically, so this is episode 12, but I'm pretty sure it's episode 11 of Black Parade coverage.
Yes.
Specifically. No? Yeah. 11.
Yeah.
So it's been an adventure. I tell you that much. But
Agreed.
We're here for one more week.
And then we're done. We're never touching a microphone
and then
ever
we're done.
again.
Podcast canceled.
Over.
Sorry. We just has sent a lot of anxiety spirals just then.
What if we never did this again?
Well, so here's the kind of the cadence. We've sort of talked about this a little bit, and I need to pull up my my spreadsheet so I don't speak incorrect.
Yeah.
But yeah, so season 1, we're about to wrap up with Black Parade. We're after the ranking, not after this week, but after the ranking, we're going to take a week break, and then we're going to come back with our second deep cut, which is going to be about the musical Kinky Boots featuring
Little bitch.
Elliot Holmes. Elliot will be on that episode, so that'll be cool. And then after that episode, we're going to take one more week off. And then we're going to start season 2, which is Brand New Eyes by Paramore, which is very exciting. I'm really excited about that. I know that Adam, between the two of us, is the most excited about that.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. The fact that you really like Hayley Williams solo stuff, but you just like don't formally fuck with Paramore is so confusing to me.
Well, I think at least like Ego Death is a very different vibe in a lot of places. Like I'll at least give that. But I did, like whenever Ego Death came out, and of course your music catcher just starts playing the next album by the artist, and I enjoyed some of that. I can't tell you that I could name any names of the songs that I heard, but I wasn't immediately like, eh.
Sure.
There were probably like one or two where I was like, eh, but I mean, you know, then you look at it and it's like, oh, it's Paramore. That's why. So it kind of made sense, but.
Sure. Well, that's season 2. And so that's the cadence basically is, and we've talked about this a lot, but it seems prudent to bring it up again. Season, including overview and ranking, skip a week, deep cut, skip a week, season, skip a week, deep cut, skip a week, season. So we've talked about how season, 1 was this, season 2 is Brand New Eyes by Paramore. The deep cut after season 2 is going to be Vices and Virtues by Art of Dying, which I'm very thrilled about. I've still never heard it, so I'm very thrilled about to see what that's all about. Season 3 we've discussed is Megalithic Symphony by AWOL Nation, which I'm very excited about. I think that is one of my top 10 albums of all time.
I think it'll be fun.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that was one of my first ever pit experiences. We're gonna get back into the pit discussion, a discussion that is now starting to bore me. So this will be the last mention of it in the mailbag section. But the
old
music,
people are old. I can't believe it.
The music of Kingdom Hearts will be the deep cut after Megalithic Symphony, which is very apropos because we got to see a trailer for Kingdom Hearts 4 today as we're recording this, which is very strange.
Highlight of the day.
Highlight of the day. Hopefully by the time season 3 ends, we'll at the very least have the game and we can talk about the music from Kingdom Hearts 4. That would be great. I'm not holding my breath. We may have another Utada Hikaru banger though. So that could be something. And then I'm pleased to announce, this is something we have not talked about before. Ooh. I'm pleased to announce that season 4 of Sad Kids Record Society is going to be Folie à Deux by Fall Out Boy. And we're going to have a little bit of a discussion about how to handle that because we did cover $20 Nosebleed already in the old podcast. So we'll figure that out when we get to it. But we are going to be doing Folie à Deux, and the deep cut after that season is going to be Blessings Upon Blessings, Scott Pilgrim versus the World. So I'm very excited about the next several seasons of the podcast. We've got content stacked up. But that's not what I want.
Nosebleed is just going to be like one of those, go listen to that episode. We'll like combine that, but like we'll tell you at that time to just go back and listen to the episode when we talk about it.
We talked about it pretty in depth, so it's going to kind of be like crammed in between. I think the way that I've got it parsed out right now is that the episode, the final episode before the ranking of Folie à Deux is going to be WAMS, $20 Nosebleed, and West Coast Smoker. And so really it's just going to be WAMS and West Coast Smoker, but we're going to take a second to acknowledge $20 Nosebleed, pay it its respects, and then point you to the old episode, which I do hope is Lily, but it might not be. I don't remember. So there's going to be some people are going to have some experiences depending, but I'm not doing it again. And therefore I'm willing to take that risk.
Just go back and future Liliet. It's Adam and Lily. Don't want to do it.
Adam and Lily at the disco. Yeah, totally. I'll just like run it through AI and tell it to change everything. Actually, you know what? I could probably just look it up right now just to see. While I'm thinking about it, let me load my system. Search episodes, $20 Nosebleed. It certainly was not Adam and Lily. It was the other one. So it's going to be, hell. Well, you know what? I do love a time capsule, don't you? We'll see how that goes. Anyway, lots of programming stuff right up at the top. I don't want to talk about that right now. I want to read this headline. Ariana Grande and Ethan Slater quietly split several months ago after nearly 3 years of dating. This is from People magazine. Forever my op, Ethan Slater, and quite frankly, kind of my op, Ariana Grande.
Yeah,
I love to see miserable people miserable, quite frankly.
This has the vibes of the little girl from Cabin in the Woods of The Evil Has Been Defeated kind of thing.
A little bit, yeah. A source tells People that the Wicked co-stars have ended their relationship after nearly 3 years of dating. It's amicable. They gave lots of time and careful consideration and decided to go their separate ways, the source says. They are still friends and very supportive of one another. They have been quietly broken up for several months. The insider adds that Grande, 32, is doing great and has been focused on her Eternal Sunshine tour, which kicked off on June 6th, and the upcoming release of her album Pedal on July 31st.
Do you think the source was his child that he left behind?
Adam.
Sorry.
It's crazy that you say something so out of pocket because it makes me feel better about the out of pocket thing I plan to say very shortly. Let's see. The singer and Slater, 34, were first linked in July 2023 after meeting on the set of Wicked. Grande played, we fucking know. Let's see. They do not mention how they came by being together, which is wonderful.
Interesting. Yeah, weird.
Yeah. I think that Ariana Grande is kind of terrible, like as a person.
Sure.
It takes two to tango, so I think Ethan Slater is also very fucking terrible. We know this. I don't like Ethan Slater.
Yes.
He makes me, he's very punchable. He's a punchable man, and I don't like him. I think she's a terrible person. I think she is unwell. I think that she needs help, personally.
Right. This isn't just method acting anymore. This is just generally your lifestyle.
No, you see some, and again, I'm not here to be a body shamer or anything like that, because I think that generally speaking, people should not be commenting on women's bodies. I think that is tacky, generally speaking. If you've seen recent videos and photos of Ariana Grande, she is sick. Like ill, and that is extremely worrying. And it started with Wicked and her like very weird relationship with
Cynthia
Erivo, and it was very strange. So I think that she is ill. I think that she needs help, and I think that she's on the prowl again. So watch your fucking wives out there, mid theater men. Please watch your wives.
Yeah. You know, not that I really want to linger on a boys spinoff show, but the part where he comes into Gen V, spoilers for anybody who really gives a shit about Gen V, is when he came in and got the shit kicked out of him. Probably like fucking pretty damn hard. And it was great.
Yeah, really cool. Really cool of them to do that. Really cool of Kripke to do that and then cancel it.
Yeah, the best thing that happened to that show in a while.
Pretty neat.
Fucker.
Yeah. Yeah, man. We're here though. Yeah. I don't have a ton of updates. I think.
No, I don't. I mean, fuck, we just recorded what, like Thursday? Basically Friday.
Literally
I can't remember.
Just a few days. It is still Pride. It is interesting and fun that we are recording and wrapping up the My Chemical Romance season 1 during Pride.
Yeah.
Take that for what you will.
I'm sure you noticed this. I keep touching this.
Yeah.
Tomorrow I'm cutting this and I am so fucking excited.
Like off or just like a trim?
No, I think it's like I'm going to go down a few inches here. For you, I've got like all that. And I kind of want a lot of that gone.
Yeah.
Because when I walk out in the wind and it goes like this, I'm kind of over it. So this is a vibe here.
Gel it into like devil horns, and
I know, right?
Yeah. Or like have it stick up mohawk style constantly.
Yeah, I know. But then the problem is the wind catches it and it just doesn't give a shit. Well,
that's why you use gel.
Hella gel.
Hella gel.
That's going to be a brand I start. Actually, we just did that. We've got our merch line here.
We just did
Sad
that.
Kids Record Society, Hella Gel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, while you play with your hair like a fucking Barbie doll,
like a little bitch.
I think we should go read. I think we should go read some letters, don't you?
Yes, it's mail time.
Yes, it's mail time. We do have a few things to read today, so we're going to start with an email from Danny, not Annie, it's Danny. Yo, beauty. I love how this email starts. I love how this email ends. Yo, beauty queens. Adam, go soak your big ass motherfucking head. Lily is cooler than you dick bag.
What did I even do?
I don't know, but we're off to a really great start, I think.
I'm sure I said something.
I'm sure you did. You did.
I mean, with Danny, it doesn't even take that.
That's true.
I could just be here.
You could just exist. And I think that's really, yeah. Danny, they continue. Teenagers do scare the shit out of me. The song kicks ass and is a great rebellion jam. The song is relatable at any age, but the title is true. I don't understand the new trends of the youths nowadays. Being 30 makes my back hurt. Hey, shut the fuck up. Being 30 makes my back hurt. Shut the fuck up, Daniel.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Ellie and I were talking earlier about how teachers that we had, apparently in elementary school for him and middle school and high school for us, were like retiring this year. And it's like, fuck, we're old.
Yep. And to be clear here, I don't even think that like we're old in the sense of like old.
No.
I just think it's crazy to be complaining at 30. I was complaining at 30. Let's not get it wrong. But I was dealing with gender. So I deserve it. No.
Fair.
Everybody's dealing with gender in some way or another. I'm not special. I'm just hot. I'm just paid to be here. Danny continues, disenchanted to me is the last few goodbyes. Remembering the old days of being a wild kid with no care in the world. Looking back as you are dying to remember the fun and the troubles you got into. P.S. Adam sucks. See you nerds with my ranking soon. Danny, not Annie, it's Danny. Fuck you, Adam.
Oh, probably because I made fun of every ranking that they've ever had.
Yeah, probably.
It's just nonsense. And it's like a threatening aura at this point to just even bring it up several times.
Fucking clowning over the podcast every time we get to a ranking.
Another Danny ranking has hit the podcast. Like, fuck.
Yeah. The thing that gets me is that like I also commented on the rankings. I don't know if it's that. I just think it's your general demeanor. Your candor. Yeah. We'll call it. Thank you, Danny. I liked that one a lot.
Fuck you, Danny.
We have a comment here from Dennis Wakeman. Who we owe a hearty congratulations to. Dennis says, hey folks, happy Pride. I just wanted to say I'm still listening, and here I've just gotten married.
I was actually thinking about this today.
Yeah. I meant to say something on like one of the episodes, but I think I saw the post the day after we recorded, and then my brain just forgot to bring it up. But Dennis got married, which is wonderful. He continues, I've just gotten married, so I had to focus on that, but I did not forget my promised dissertation. Hopefully it'll still happen. Which one do you think we'll get first? Dennis's dissertation or the me essay? We ain't never getting that fucking me essay. Let's be real here. Sorry, Lotus. We're not ever getting that shit. That's shit is not happening. Yeah, that's a college entry exam apparently. Yeah, hopefully it'll still happen. Also, Maya laughed at my wife Borat knock knock joke, so we're still married and it's all good. Dennis,
congratulations.
Humongous congratulations. I did see some pictures and some photos and stuff of your wedding and the event surrounding. It looked phenomenal. You guys look great. And this
can't believe we weren't invited.
I know, that's kind of crazy.
You didn't make a statement.
Not at all. You were looking really good dancing on that dance floor, juxtaposed with the crowd around you.
Just a DJ booth fucking wake.
Yeah, many such cases.
Stone cold glass level of chaos.
Yeah, totally crazy. We weren't invited, but you know, it's your prize. It's your wedding. You know, you can do what you want.
We've only been a part of your life for a couple years now.
Yeah, that's true. This is the first day of, you know, a very wonderful long journey from two people who have been married for, you know, 3 years and 78 years, respectively. No, it's cool. So enjoy it. I'm sure you are. And we will take that dissertation and any other thoughts you may have when the time is right. But yeah.
2 worlds, 1 family. Trust your heart. Let fate decide.
Duets when family. Trust your heart. Yep. To guide these lights we see. Yeah, I fucking love that song. Phil Collins. Yeah. Phil Collins, man. That was Dennis on the app we don't speak of. We've also got a few rapid fire comments here from little bitch Elliot Holmes.
Little bitch.
He starts with number 1. Thanks for bringing back Hey Adam /Elliot. You're welcome. 2.
You're welcome.
I will double down on the GA Pit love. Just had Pit tickets for Kesha last Wednesday, my birthday, and it was incredible. I think it just goes back to Adam's comment from a couple episodes ago where he mentioned that Elliot will just kind of go see anybody who farts into a microphone.
Right. Yeah, pretty much.
I think I have beef with Kesha, but I don't know why.
I know I do, but it's really not Kesha's fault. It's just somebody else's.
Yeah, I don't think it's Kesha's fault that I don't fuck with Kesha. It kind of is because her music is ass, I think, personally. But
there's really that.
She seems like a fine girl and she's been through a lot, so I don't want to pile on her too much. I'm just saying. Not really the hugest fan of Kesha's stuff. So
no,
I'm sorry.
She seems like a person who would have a name for her fans, and I don't care to ever know what that name would be.
Sure,
but she definitely strikes me like that.
Just let her live, man. Actually, I'm thinking because I don't know. I'm sorry for taking that spot. That was not very girl of me. And I, you know.
They call themselves animals. Actually, I had to look it up. They are calling themselves.
Isn't that Gaga's people?
No, she had a
monsters, little monsters.
They're monsters.
Gaga's Little Monsters. Kesha's. Animals.
I think the album Animal is one of those that I was tortured with against my will. But yeah, that tracks.
Yeah, I will never apologize for speaking out against Ariana Grande, but speaking out against Kesha was not very girl of me. So I apologize for that. I think my brain is, ooh, baby. That's great. I think as you're listening to this episode, speaking of girl, I just had a realization that as you listener are listening to this episode, Olivia Rodrigo's album came out today. So I will be talking about that next week for sure. Elliot continues. Number 3, my opinion of teenagers has been boosted by playing it on one of the Rock Band's / Guitar Hero games a ton. Can't remember which one exactly, but I do agree. It's a very basic song. True.
You can Google it. You could have Googled it and told us which one.
You could have Googled it. Yeah. You could have Googled Iris by the Goo Dolls. Yeah. Goo Dolls it. 4, if I have a blind spot on the album, it's Disenchanted. I never seek it out, and when I do a full album listen, I don't give it the attention I need to. I need to listen to it a few more times before I rank the album to form a more concrete opinion. Yeah, it's fine. I think I like it a lot. I think it's a great song. I don't know that it is remarkably great that requires that much more attention, but yeah, give everything a fair shake. That's all you can do.
It was fair shaking it today after Kingdom Hearts 4. We know that.
You fucking... Okay. Well, you said that. @thediscopod@gmail.com if you want to tell Adam that he's a fucking moron like Danny. Please feel free. Sad Kids Record Society on Instagram. Also leave comments and reviews on the various podcast app. Do people leave reviews on Spotify podcasts, or is it just
no? It's just us. Oh, they can do star rankings, but that's
they
it.
can't,
and then comments. Yes, they can't leave a review
with
right.
the star ranking. Okay,
correct.
That is good to know.
Kind of a dumb implementation of stars at that point.
I guess. I don't know. I will say reviewing the podcast is one of the best ways that you can help us get visible. And I don't preach about this a lot, but I will today. Reviewing the podcast is how we get visible. It's a free thing. Drop some stars. I know we have a lot of listeners that don't write in. That's totally fine. If you want to do something to help us out, just drop some stars and then none the wiser. That would be great. Tell a friend. Listen to the show. Have a good time.
Tell a friend to review us.
Yeah, tell a friend.
Stop telling your friends about us. You're not doing anything about it.
Listen and then review the podcast. Well, ostensibly, if they start listening to the podcast, they'll hear us ask them to review the podcast.
That's right.
And tell a friend, and then they'll tell a friend
for ourselves.
And then your friend will review the podcast, and then they'll tell a friend, and then their friend will review the podcast. And then they'll tell a friend, and then their friend will review the podcast. And if I don't stop doing this, my headphones are going to fly off the back of my head. Adam, shall we get into the meat of the episode? We're going to meet it. Thank you for your attention. Nathan quoted as saying emo is a pile of shit.
Oh shit, yeah.
Why is it?
Well, emo as it is today, emo is basically a pair of jeans and a haircut.
Hey, Adam.
Hi.
Famous Last Words is a song by the American rock band My Chemical Romance from their third studio album, The Black Parade. Originally titled The Saddest Music in the World, the track was written by the band following Mikey Way's premature departure from the album's writing session due to mental health issues.
Excuse me.
The lyrics, Bastard Man,
there
Mikey
we go.
Way, my bad. While the lyrics were initially about GARD's criticism of Mikey's decision, that's crazy. That's crazy. Actually, that's how much of a bastard man Mikey is. He leaves a very stressful process to take care of his own issues, which is healthy. And then GARD's response to that is to write a diss track about his brother for doing the healthy thing and walking away.
That's just family.
That's really funny. They eventually broadened out to be about the band as a whole and took on themes of optimism and making the most out of life. Compositionally, Famous Last Words is, we're going to talk about the genres later. Famous Last Words was initially released as the last song on The Black Parade and was officially released as the album's second single on January 22nd, 2007. The single is charted in multiple countries, which we'll talk about a little bit later. We've also got a music video to talk about, and we'll get to that when we get to it. It's very cool. It is also very much a music video of necessity, as we have discussed in the past.
Yes.
But we will talk about that a little bit later. The band's lead singer, GARD, aimed to create an album centered around life and death and came up with a concept album, blah, 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 The Patient. We know about all of this. We know about Paramore Mansion. The band considered the mansion scary and felt uneasy within it. All of the band members believe the nature of the mansion bled into the sound of the music itself and left a significant impact on them all. In particular, Bastard Man Mikey Way, the band's bassist, and GARD's brother, developed depression and alcoholism from living within the mansion, exacerbated by his pre-existing anxiety. Ultimately, with the support of the band, he left the mansion and sessions temporarily to seek medical advice. Around this time, Ray Toro, the band's guitarist, began to construct a song called "The Saddest Music in the World." Subsequently, GARD joined Toro in writing the song. Inspired by his brother leaving the recording sessions, the lyrics saw Gerard GARD criticizing his brother's decision to leave the mansion. That's crazy. That's still crazy to me. As the writing process went on, there were many band members at the Paramore Mansion joined in, and the saddest music in the world shifted from being about Bastard Man to one about the band in general. The song's chorus was constructed late in the process. Tor recalled that it was written in an hour when GARD was alone in the studio. The final song, renamed Famous Last Words, was produced by the band alongside Rob Cavallo. GARD says... and this is from an interview he did at some point. I don't know exactly. It's from the Tom. It's from the Tom Bryant, like their biographer. But GARD said on the meaning of Famous Last Words, right away, I felt like I was singing about the thing I was most afraid of. It felt like what it meant to be in this band. It felt like it was about Mikey, and it felt like it was about our lives, thinking of yourself as despicable or hated. And for Mikey Way, that is, in fact, true.
I mean, it's also just like wild to think about that while sleep exists. So I kind of get the little brotherly thing happening here where he's like, I have this whole song about my whole experience here. And you have fallen off the deep end and spiraled away from it. Like, now I get to talk a little bit of brotherly shit about it.
Yeah. I'd argue that the healthy thing was to walk away for a little bit and deal with your mental health struggles, as opposed to writing a song that doesn't help and staying in a place that's making you fucking sick.
Yeah. Oh, I'm just saying it's still just like the peak brotherly thing to do. Just like give each other fucking shit. But yeah, probably still, yes, made the wise choice.
Bring your brother your gun. And that's the euphemism for this from now on. Famous Last Words, an upbeat and anthemic hard rock, emo, and pop song with elements of stadium rock and post-hardcore. Instrumentally consists of dense arrangements of guitar, bass, drum, and orchestra. It contains a guitar solo played by Toro, inspired by those of Randy Rhoads. According to Toro, he wrote the solo after having listened to many of Rhoads' solos in the night. If you don't know who Randy Rhoads is, he's one of the founding members and the guitarist of Quiet Riot, and also helped Ozzy write, I think, his first 2 albums, I want to say. So very big deal guitarist. And according to Turo, he wrote the solos after having listened to many of Rhoads' solos in the night and playing the first thing he thought of after waking up. Additionally, during the song's bridge, much of the instrumentation drops out before it returns to his previous riotous self. Famous Last Words makes extensive use of stacked vocal tracks with Gigwise's Chloe Sparks, noting how its harmonies and counter melodies add power to the song. Christopher Weingarten of the New York Times compared the sound of Famous Last Words to that of other New Jersey bands like Lifetime and Midtown. I like Midtown. I don't know who Lifetime is. Maybe I do. I don't know, but I do like Midtown. Lyrically, Famous Last Words focuses on themes of optimism and making the most out of life. In an interview with MTV, Gerard GARD Way called the track one of the most important on the Black Parade, as it leaves you with a sense of redemption and hope, not otherwise found on the album. Yep. Additionally, Dan Martin of NME observed how the track served as both the climax and the moral lesson of the narrative of the record, which features the protagonist, the patient dying of cancer. However, both Tom Shepard of Kerrang and Margaret Farrell of Stereogum noted that the song as one final twist does not reveal the patient fate, which is true. We could talk about that a little bit more. Play a game. Famous Last Words has received generally positive reviews from music critics and reviews at the Black Parade. Dan Martin of NME lauded the song for being pure Hollywood melodrama, and Sputnik Music's Davey Boy identified the track as a standout on the record. Andy Greenwald for Spin found the song to be an effective closer to the album. However, Derek Frick of Rolling Stones felt that the album had already lost luster by that point due to its excess. Upon release as a single, Famous Last Words similarly received mixed to positive. Oh, Jesus Christ. I look over and there are 2 of them leaving.
she was trying to wave, but thankfully you were locked in. It didn't have to. It didn't belabor the point. It was perfect.
I was reading real good.
Yes, if there was ever a time for that to happen, that was the best one.
Yeah. Upon its release as a single, felt that the album had already lost luster by that point due to excess. Hey, David, fuck yourself, dude. Upon its release as a single, famous last words similarly received mixed to positive reviews from critics. The staff of NME similarly wrote that the band was at their polarizing pug ugly best on the track.
What the fuck?
That's very funny. That's very funny.
It's pretty good.
While Fraser McAlpine of the BBC gave the single a 5-star review, despite recognizing it as a safe pick for a single. The Skinny's Jamie Borthwick similarly critiqued the song for being safe, glamorous sounding rock in his 3-star review, despite praising its catchiness. Mike Diver of Drowned in Sound gave the single 5 out of 10, calling it hackneyed and comparing it negatively to the band's previous single, Welcome to the Black Parade. Jesus. The track has performed well in professional rankings of the songs on the Black Parade. Shepard placed it atop his ranking.
Fuck all these other people. They're not professional at all.
Yeah, not at all. Shepard placed it atop his ranking of the record, giving particular praise towards its authenticity and sound. American songwriters Lauren Boisvert ranked the track second, seeing it as the embodiment of the album's message of understanding towards the broken, scared, and lonesome children who looked to the band for comfort. Ariana Backley of Entertainment Weekly. I feel like I say her name differently every week. It's Backley. It's Backle. I don't know which one to say. Bagel.
Yeah, bagel. I like bagel. I know you like bagels. Thank you.
Ariana Bagel of Entertainment Weekly put the song at third, writing how the song epitomized the rousing anthems that find light in the darkness, which the band embraced on the Black Parade. Alternative Press's Mackenzie Templeton ranked the track 5th, lauding its chorus and guitar solo. Additionally, Famous Last Words has been featured in rankings of My Chemical Romance's discography as a whole. The staff of Billboard included it in their list of the band's 15 best songs, with Taylor Weatherby commenting on the song's optimistic message in light of Black Parade's themes of death. Both Sam Law of Kerrang and Tom Bryant, writing for Louder Sound, identified Famous Last Words as the band's best song, with the latter describing the track as haunting, angry, wistful, regretful, and imploring. Marianne Eloise, also of Louder Sound, ranked it 4th in her list of the band's 20 best songs, giving particular attention towards the track's positivity. Cassie Witt and Jake Richardson of Loudwire, in a review of the band's entire discography, similarly placed the song 4th, with the former calling it the band's Butterfly Effect song due to its role in reinvigorating the band following Bastard Man Mikey Way's departure. Farrell ranked the song as the band's 5th best song, while Spinks ranked it at number 8. Guitar World Sam Roche specifically included Famous Last Words in his list of the band's 6 greatest guitar moments, highlighting its riff and restrained guitar solo. Yeah. Hell yeah. I'm going to say I want to talk about the music video now as opposed to after, because there's not a ton to say about it, just as far as like themes and music videos, because it is, again, we kind of talked about this, so I'll read this bit here. The music video for Famous Last Words was conceived after the band's record label requested that they create a second music video in the same shoot as Welcome to the Black Parade to save money and effort. The video, directed by Samuel Bayer, was recorded on August 3rd, 2006. It features the band playing the song in front of the first video's burning set. During the shoot, several of the band's members were injured. Drummer Bob Breyer suffered 3rd-degree burns to his leg from playing too close to the burning float, which caused gangrene and became infected with Staphylococcus aureus. The infection later spread across Breyer's body, nearly causing him to die and forcing him into surgery. I did not know that.
Damn.
That's wild. Holy shit. GARD broke his foot when Frank Iero tackled him near the end of filming, resulting in him briefly having to use crutches to walk. Not two very disparate things, I think. Bob had it a little bit worse. Additionally, Ray Turrell fractured several of his fingers, which were already blistered from the extreme heat caused by the flames. Jesus. The video was released on January 11th, 2007. It has been generally well received by critics, with Hanif Willis Abdurraqib of MTV News, calling it perhaps the album's finest moment due to its emotional rawness and connection to the record's mission. Spin's Jeremy Gordon similarly noted how the music video connected to the Black Parade's theme of overcoming setbacks and moving forward, highlighting Way's injury as a blurring of the lines between real and performed pain. Yeah, Gerard's injury for sure.
Yeah.
In a ranking of the band's 18 music videos, Alternative Press placed Famous Last Words 6th for being stunning, while Aliyah Chaudhry of Kerrang ranked it 10th for exemplifying the band's commitment to their work. It's a really cool music video, but it is a lot of them. It's basically just action shots and mogging in front of a burning set. That's all it is. Much. They're all like bloodied up and like covered in dirt and sweat, and the parade floats are burning and it's nighttime, and they're just like playing in front of the things, and like Gerard's making his weird like fucking faces and doing his weird shit. So there's not a ton to talk about. I think visually it's extremely cool though, like the slow motion that they do and like how they linger on everybody. Like everybody gets a chance to like have a moment where they linger on like what's going on and everything like that.
Right.
I think it's a cool music video. I think it's a really cool music video.
There's one funny moment in it where GARD like drops to his knees, and at the exact same time Mikey Way kicks fucking dirt at him.
Yes.
And they kind of like do this edit to where you make like you see it very clearly in one shot, and then they edit it a couple of times and you don't see it again.
Yeah.
He's probably like, what the fuck, man? That's my mouth. That's my eyes.
Yeah. There's a lot of kicking of dirt. There's another moment in the music video too where like I think Ray like drops to the ground, and then Frank just kind of comes in and like kicks a bunch of dust at him too. They're just really playing in the space. I think Bastard Man was like trying to. Yeah, there's a lot of like dust kicking. Frank is kicking dust a lot in this music video. Like there's a lot of dust kicking. I'd like to think that the dust kicking was because Bastard Man was mad at GARD for writing a bad song about him. A mean bad song about it, but whatever. So, but yeah, really cool music video. But yeah, I guess nothing to really discuss like thematically. No. Again, it was a video of necessity. They just said, you know what, let's make it fucking badass, and then they did.
Right.
So
they did. Yeah.
The charts in 2007, Australia's Aria peaked at 20. The 03 Austria Top 40 peaked at 57. The Canada Billboard Hot 100 peaked at 57, and the Canada Billboard Rock peaked at 3. The Czech Republic Airplay, the CNS EP, peaked at 84. The Germany's GFK peaked at 68. Ireland's Irma peaked at 30. New Zealand's Recorded Music NZ peaked at 6. Norway's VG Lista peaked at 11. The Scotland singles OCC peaked at 2. Sweden's Sverlig Topplistan peaked at 37. The UK singles OCC,
you know me,
peaked at 8. The UK Airplay Music Week peaked at 30, and the UK Rock and Metal OCC,
you know me again,
peaked at 1. That topped the charts in UK Rock and Metal. The US Billboard Hot 100 peaked at 88. The US Alternative Airplay peaked at 4. The US Mainstream Rock peaked at 23. And the Venezuela Pop Rock Record Report peaked at 2. The year-end charts, the UK singles OCC, you know me again, peaked at 163. And the US Alternative Airplay for Billboard ended up at 24. Certifications, we got platinums down the board, baby. We got New Zealand's RMNZ certified platinum with 30,000 units. We've got the UK BPI platinum with 600,000 units, and double platinum with 2 million units in the United States RIAA. The RIAA.
Just imagine Chelsea's parents are in there having a lovely time, and they're like, "What the fuck?"
I imagine some it stays pretty like
somebody walking their dog.
Yeah, I think about sometimes when it's nice outside, recording with this door open just to have some air and natural light, but I cannot do that. They can't. Fuck, God damn it. The wall there is pretty like soundproof for the most part, I've discovered, but yeah, I'm sure like my random yelling is probably startling.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of what we got here for famous last words. As far as like the content, that's interesting. So the final, let's see, I'm looking at this thing. Frontman Gerard Way, GARD, wrote the song for MCR's bassist, his brother Mikey Way, left the band, anxiety, agreed to resume working with them upon hearing this track. GARD took to Twitter to share what his favorite song from the album is. He originally said Sleep, but changed his stance. I don't know, guys. Famous last word kind of kicks Sleep's ass. FLW for the win.
Yeah.
Okay. Former MC, well, it's not former anymore. This was written a long time ago. They're together again. Shut up. MCR rhythm guitarist Frankie Arrow shared this photo on Instagram years after the music video was filmed, which is a completely fucked up burned guitar. He said, gearing up for recording tomorrow, found this charred treasure from the famous last words video shoot. First time the case has been open since the fire, still smells like gasoline. In May Death Never Stop You. Oh, go ahead.
I think the fun part about this video is GARD getting away, breaking his foot is giving like, Aragorn breaking his toe, kicking the helmet. Meanwhile, you found out
everybody knows.
Like you found out Gimli was in a body cast for 6 years after being thrown at Helm's Deep.
Right. It's like, come up with a better fact. I think maybe Bob getting fucking third degree burns, gangrene, and staph is the better lore story. Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah. In an interview with I don't know who. Let's see. Where does this lead to?
Jesus.
In an interview with that's about what I'm getting. In an interview with Jesus, Ray Toro described this track as one of his favorites. Famous last words leaves the listener with a sense of hope at the end of the record and at the end of the journey. In May Death Never Stop You, bassist Bastard Man Mikey Way wrote, "The troubles I had during the Black Parade aren't a mystery to many of the fans of our band. A mixture of pressure, self-doubt, and severe depression had left me a shell of a person, which in turn led me to remove myself from the situation. During one of our phone conversations, my brother said to me, 'Hey, I wrote a song for you. I think you're going to love it.' When I finally made my return to recording, hearing that song for the first time, the mix of emotion, lyrical sentiment, and triumph brought me to tears. It illustrates that regardless of the obstacles standing in your way, not only can you overcome them, but rise from the situation stronger than you've been in your entire life."
How do you feel when your brother's both an obstacle and an op? Like an obstacle kind of situation is what happened here. It's all right, youths. You can take that. Put it on a t-shirt.
You can take that. Put it on a t-shirt. This is a comment down here that says, "I want him to live." I mean, great. Same.
Yeah.
Let's see. Is it just me, or is this the best band in the world?
I just scrolled right past it. It's just you, apparently.
8 years ago. Are you guys there? Hello?
Hello.
Let's see. I want an ensure. Same person who says that. Who said that? Oh, you guys are hello.
They're here a lot.
Yeah, we got to make emo great again. Comment. That's great.
Mega.
OMG, say something, please. Yeah, just lots of here I am again.
Time to bop our bussies 6 years ago.
Fuck yes.
Oh, yeah,
oh wow, these are. I guess I wish I was brave the way Gerard Way is brave. That was 7 months ago. I do love this one. 3 years ago, all lowercase. So I'm reading it sarcastically. Thanks, Mikey Way. This song do be exquisite.
Damn.
Jesus. Okay. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot. I think once, like, the farther you go down, the worse they kind of get. Once we start hitting the negative thumbs up, we're kind of. Oh, the last one is a sight to see. Okay.
Okay. We got. I'm not reading that. There's somebody here having a conversation with somebody who deleted their comments, and their first I'm just going to read this saga. "If I did have a dick, I'm positive I would fuck you. I know that sounds weird, but it's true. a little bit later at this person. You can read it yourself, so I don't know. I'm protecting them because the username's on there and it doesn't link to anything, and their comments aren't here anymore. At I am a killjoy. You know that was a dream, right? I love you so much, and I'm pretty sure I can't fuck you because I am a girl. But yeah, honestly, I would never break up with you unless you want to. I love you so much, and you are my everything. I'm so fucking obsessed with Gerard Way. He makes me want to laugh, cry, dance, and sleep all at the same time. I've had dreams of him, and him and I in bed together, and things happen. Yeah, I woke up screaming, "That's illegal!" I am a killjoy. I'm sorry, but I can't tell you anymore. The problem is fixed whether you like it or not. I'm sorry, but I still love you to death.
What the fuck?
Oh, there's more. I'm a killjoy. I'm not going to say it's not bad because it is bad. I don't know if I should tell you anymore. I have something to tell you, so talk to me on Docs tomorrow. Not the Docs conversation, the Google Docs.
And kind of like The Last of Us, that is the last of that conversation. We've gone on this little note journey and have felt all the worse for it.
That's probably for the best.
Oh my God. I need you to scroll down to the very last comment, though.
No, I saw that. I said I'm not going to read it because that's crazy. That's crazy. If you want to know, you do it yourself, listener, but I'm not reading that. I'm done. It trickles goosebumps back my spine for the exact wrong reasons. I tell you that much. Holy shit.
What the fuck?
This song released on January 22nd, 2007. Producers, My Chemical Romance and Rob Cavallo. Writers, Ray Toro, Frankie Arrow, Bastard Man Mikey Way, GARD, and Bob Breyer. That, to the best of my knowledge, I've done some research and I think I'm accurate with this, but that I believe is My Chemical Romance. Mastered at Sterling.
I think the weatherman says you're wrong, but that's fine.
Well, you know, that's why he's making weatherman money and I'm not, I guess. Mixed at Resonate Music, Burbank, California. Phonographic, copyright Reprise Records. Copyright label Reprise Records. Distributor Warner Music Group. Additional piano Rob Cavallo. Assistant engineer John Haroon and Jimmy Hoyson. Assistant mixing engineer Keith Armstrong. Background vocals Ray Toro, Frankie Arrow. Bass guitar Bastard Man. Coordinator Cheryl Jennings. Drums Bob Breyer. Engineer Doug McKean and Lars Fox. Horns arranger David Campbell. Lead vocals GARD. Mastering engineer Ted Jensen. Mixing engineer Chris Lord Algie. Organ Jamie Muhobarak. Percussion Bob Breyer. Recording engineer Chris Steffen. Rhythm guitar Frankie Arrow. Strings arranger David Campbell. Synthesizer Jamie Muhobarak. Technician Tyler Dragness, Mike Fasano, and Andrew Hans Buscher. Wurlitzer electric piano Jamie Muhobarak. Songs that sample famous last words were Set Fire to the Whale by Photon. Okay. Songs that interpolate famous last words, Don't Try This at Home by Soulmeister, and Famous Grass Homes by Quentin Lovejoy.
You got to do it to him.
Now I know the diamonds make you stay here in the dark, here in the dark. Here in the, and I know the bass is what you make to save your hearts, to save your hearts, to save. Hell yeah, dude. So many red eyes inside the shadows I can't defeat, the spiders or the skellies who watch me sleep, but I'll go craft some leggings and cook some meat. This time I'll be defending, I ain't weak. I am not afraid to keep on digging. I am not afraid to break the dirt and stone. Armor keeps me safe when I am building. Nothing's in a base that you can't call a home.
Hell yeah.
Salutes, hats off to you, Quentin. Hopefully we find you someday.
Yes.
Covers Famous Last Words featuring Young Ivy by ACAB Brick, by Oreo Solo, by Halocene featuring Lalia, by Spirits. What is this? Hold on. Black Parade reimagined. Interesting. There's another album out there called Black Parade Reimagined. Okay. That is like a collection of covers again that I may have to check out. Ghost Killer Entertainment 2021 this came out, so that's interesting to see. I'll have to check that out, maybe report back on it next time. Under the Island also did a cover. We've also got Cole Rolland featuring Dylan Connolly, and Asking Alexandra did the Rock Sound cover, which fucking rules. We've also got a emo rap remix by TX2.
Fuck yeah.
And we've got translations in Portuguese, Spanish, and Russian.
They're back too.
We did it.
I mean, I guess.
Well,
the tags are rock, power ballad, parentheses rock, rock opera, emo rock, concept album, in English, USA, post-hardcore, glam rock, hard rock, emo, alternative rock.
And
they did us dirty on that one by doing USA after in English.
They did, yeah. On Wikipedia, the genres they have listed are hard rock, emo, and pop. So there you go. USA right now reminds me, I was at the gas station the other day and I was looking at the cooler drinks, and for some reason, it's not even special flavored or anything like that. Mountain Dew has rebranded itself as American Dew.
Oh,
just a regular one. It's not like rocket pop flavored like everything else that's out there right now or anything. Yeah. It's just regular ass Mountain Dew is now called American Dew. And I don't enjoy that.
No.
It's not like it was named like fucking Paris Dew and they did a Freedom Fry thing. Like it's just Mountain Dew. Like Mountain Dews aren't patriotic enough. Like mountains aren't patriotic enough. We have so many fucking mountains. Purple Mountain Majesty. We have Mount Rushmore. America the Beautiful has the word fucking Mountain Majesty in it. Why are we making a Mountain Dew more patriotic? What the fuck are we doing? God damn.
There's Trump Dew apparently.
I guess Trump Dew. Yeah, that's the next step. I guess we should get into it. I guess it's time. I guess it's time.
I guess I have to ask you,
Yeah.
How you feel about this song?
I heard the song. I heard the song.
Huh.
Okay. Really? I don't know. The things I do for love. How do I feel about this song? This song fucking rips. All right.
Yes.
God, what a fucking kick-ass song. I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like you get Disenchanted before this, and it's this ballad that's kind of like a rock ballad. And it's okay. Last track. What are we about to get into? And then it starts off. The way that it starts off is kind of scary. Cause just like the riff of it and the way that he's singing, and it's just like, what the fuck is about to happen to me?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in danger.
Yeah.
And I think like halfway into that intro, when it does that sudden kick up and then drops back down, is when it's just like, brace your fucking self, or whatever the fuck this is going to be.
You're talking about terrifying. I just saw the most terrifying screen grab I can get from this video.
Jesus Christ. Is it GARD? Yeah, I don't like that. He looks like he's dastardly villain gonna do some mischief to you.
Little demon.
But yeah, so I think this song fucking rips. It's a awesome song. Just real like heavy, rocky. I love the themes. Amazing rocky. The things like like, I don't know. I feel like it is a fitting. I think that Sleep, I talked about this during Sleep. I think that Sleep would have been a great final track. As a thematic bookend for this album, I think that this is a very fine final song. Again,
agreed.
Like, it's
Agreed.
just, yeah, it's incredibly good. Incredibly good. Adam.
The hardest R's that have ever been R'd.
Don't say that.
I mean,
Don't say that. What are you doing?
the Canadians will be fine with it.
I guess so. It means something else there, apparently.
Yeah, no, this song is great. I mean, It is fantastic. It is something that is, I think, we've been kind of missing for a while in like a actual good way, right? Like we had fucking teenagers and now here we are. And this actually like is satisfying to listen to. It doesn't get, we haven't like had to say the song is mid or anything like that. Like it's just kind of overplayed and overstayed. It's fucking a phenomenal song. I think this song is cool as shit.
Yeah.
It's like a good diverse rock song. I think there's so much that happens in this song, both musically and vocally.
Yeah. Yeah. Agreed. Fuck yeah. It was succinct. I liked the energy behind it. I feel like we have achieved alignment.
Yes, we're at solace here.
Yeah. And now it's time to talk about this fucking song because goddamn, again, it starts out and you're like, man, I am fearful. I'm afraid for my life. I'm afraid for my well-being. I don't know how to be right now. It's scary. I don't like it. And so it starts out again, this Ray's playing this riff, this dun, 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 dun. And it's just so gentle. It's like heavy but gentle. It's like a gentle like hard rock. And and periodically he'll hit it. And so as he's singing, Gerard comes in, he goes, now I know, and it's very subdued, that I can't make you stay. But where's your heart? But where's your heart? But where's your, and I know. And so what happens here is that riff gets hit, that big riff gets hit, and it stays like kind of quieter, but it has increased in volume, and so too has Gerard Way. The urgency, the elevation of the voice. There's nothing I can say to change that part, to change that part, to change. And then, just like, and then fucking, like this solo comes in and the drums are kind of coming in. And it's just like, whoa, dude.
Let's melt your fucking face.
It's time to fucking melt the faces. And again, if you think about this too, like I'm trying to think about this from two different perspectives now at this point. Because
a new one, if you will.
Yeah, a new perspective. I'm thinking about it from a couple different perspectives because if we look at it from the angle of it's about the patient, we also look at it from an angle of it's about the band, and it started out as a song about Mikey. And so again, your brother being your biggest op and your biggest obstacle, right?
Yeah.
Gerard Way starts his song off with, now I know that I can't make you stay, but where's your heart? Calling him the fuck out for leaving again to address his legitimate concerns for his health and his mental state.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah. And so now I know that I can make you stay, but where's your heart? And I know there's nothing I can say to change that part, to change where again, it's this like asking of like, I know I can't fix it.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can do to fix it. So he's calling him out, but being like, but I guess you have to go. And that's fucking insane. Insane way to treat your family.
Yeah. Just straight goading, just emotionally goading. God.
But then you look at it, you flip it from the perspective of the patient, right?
Yeah.
And we've kind of hit this inflection point with the story where he died at the beginning, and this whole album has been kind of a look back, this retrospective of where he's been through this journey.
Right. And
you get to this point where he's finally gotten to the end. He's gotten through all the reflection. He's gotten through all of the life that has kind of plagued him and got him to this point. And now he's kind of like in this, almost acceptance in a lot of ways. He's kind of reversing course a little bit. Now, I know that I can't make you stay, but where's your heart? I know there's nothing I can say to change that part. Where we talked about how in the other song, I think it's Disenchanted, where he talks about how that was kind of the moment where the person that kind of stood by him this whole time finally left. Was it Disenchanted or did it Sleep? I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's one of the older songs.
Well, it's like, it's still Disenchanted because it's like this whole fucking thing about him just pressing against that person and their inability to say anything. And then here's kind of like, that was kind of the point. I'll let you continue, but I think that was kind of the point where it's like in Disenchanted, like he's been trying this entire time to like get this person and push them away, and they've been sticking with him and sticking with him, and he finally said the right thing to push them away, and now he's like, fuck, I fucked it. I can't make you stay, and begging for that compassion that they maybe had the entire time that they finally have just let go of. Right.
And then kind of realizing, and you know what, I did this. There's nothing I can say to change your mind here. And that's kind of what it is.
I think the weird part about all that is like but where's your heart? Because it's like at this point you would hope that he understands completely that he did do this, but you kind of still get the feeling that he doesn't necessarily. And then as we go a little further, like you start to get a little deeper into his mindset here. But like here, it's just like definitely this, I know there's nothing I can say, but why don't you still feel bad kind of thing? And then kind of wraps around to like, and I know there's nothing I can say to change this. Like I've already said so much. Mm-hmm. And now I still have to like question, like, why do you still, are you mad at me? Yeah. Are you mad at me as I'm dying after I've been a dick for, 11 songs? But, still it's a little bit of like, I know that I can't do anything now.
Yeah. It's this interesting, like, dichotomy of a person who has talked their way into all of this shit and now has to come to the realization that they cannot talk their way out of the shit.
Right. Yeah.
Like it's easy to speak. Can I speak? We'll get to that in a second. It's easy to speak and get yourself into trouble, but it's way harder to speak and get your way out of it without action and without the stuff. And like realizing that like now there is nothing I can do at this stage to fix the things that I've broken. Right. So the only thing I have is what I can say, and I know there's nothing I can say.
Yeah. You're dead.
You're dead. You're busted. We get into verse 1. So you got this fucking ripping solo. The drums are going in. The drums are going crazy. And then it settles into this rhythm, and GARD continues to sing. And so verse 1 goes, so many bright lights to cast a shadow, but can I speak? Well, is it hard understanding? I'm incomplete. A life that's so demanding, I get so weak. A love that's so demanding, I can't speak. And I think all of that is very, very immediately, I don't think we really even have to say why, but it's immediately applicable to the band, who has always had this very, I would say, parasocial connection to their fans in a lot of ways. Where it's this like situation they're in where like they're so famous and they're so loved and they're so respected, except for Bashing Man Mikey Way apparently. And they've got all these bright lights on them, but it's just so overwhelming and demanding to be in the spotlight and also be the people that the fans have sort of fallen in love with in that way. That it is hard for them to exist, essentially. Like it's hard for them to just be there, you know?
I mean, it's hard to let a member of the band go away because, hey, we have this obligation as a band to be able to finish this album kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, rather than let your brother roast you.
Well, I wrote, and I think this is kind of like the key here is like roasting him, sure. But like, I sense this, like, is it hard understanding I'm incomplete? Where it does speak to this idea that like, yeah, I'm roasting you, but I'm doing it because I miss you. And because like, I don't feel like I can finish this and keep on going with this thing that we're doing without you.
Right.
And it does feel like this admission from Gerard to Mikey that like, I'm talking to you, we're in the spotlight together, but I'm incomplete without you. And everything is so hard. And, I love you so much and I can't. Like, I just can't without you. And it's like this like kind of like he plays with this like idea where it's just like, I'm going to nag you, but I need you. And it's just kind of like
pretty much
this almost like weird way of getting to an acceptance point with the fact that he doesn't have his brother anymore to do the band with him.
Right.
When it comes to the patient though, we get this kind of vibe where the patient, to me, it feels like he's lived this fucking crazy life, a life that's so demanding, and it makes him weak, and the cancer has like spread through his body and like all this other stuff. And almost maybe, and this to me, I could be misreading this, but like a love that's so demanding I can't speak flies counter to the patient. I almost wonder if this is coming from the perspective of the partner.
That's kind of where I've wondered as well, as it's like caught on into this verse. I mean, the only other way that you could see this from the patient is a love that's so demanding I can't speak, is like I can't actually speak I can't speak to the love that I've had because, again, like life's so demanding I get so weak. So like kind of all I have is this just negative, poor energy that I can't speak on this love that I actually want because I've ruined everything else. But I mean, like I've literally had the thought of, is it the partner? Is it the person that's been sitting there this entire time basically being berated and can't get a word in?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because and again too, it's like this whole thing where it's just like, this is somebody that really, really tried and really, really loved this person. I'm incomplete. Why is it so hard to understand that I'm incomplete without you, and that I'm weak because I'm here and you're demanding so much from me, but I'm here and I can't even get a word in edgewise to tell you how I feel and to tell you how you're like what you're doing to me and how I'm feeling about all of this, because you are so much in this moment. So I think I see it from both sides. It's an interesting kind of verse.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we get into the
chorus kind of like fucking shuffles it up a little bit.
The chorus, the chorus is interesting to me. I think it is this idea that I also think this does come from the perspective of the partner too. If we're looking from the storyline perspective, where it's just like, you're going, but I'm not afraid to keep on going. I'm not afraid to be alone in this. I'll be fine. And then the honey, if you stay, you'll be forgiven line kind of feels like the patient kind of calling us like, I'll forgive you for everything that you've done if you just stay with me. It's like trying to flip it on the partner. And then she's just like, this is the end of Disenchanted. I'm done. Nothing you can say can stop me going. I'm going to keep on living for myself now because you've chosen to stop living for you. And so what can I possibly do? Nothing you can say can stop me going home.
Yeah. Well, I think like the weird thing from that Wikipedia page to kind of draw attention that maybe the patient's not dead and there's some twist ending kind of feels strange.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Like seeing as how it's dead. Like,
yeah, I think it's pretty. I think like I don't know what the twist is. I guess like fate of the patient being like where they go or something. Like, I don't know.
I guess like,
that could be it, but I don't know that I've ever thought about that as a theme. I think the theme is like somebody who has been kind of been through so much and has shunned the world because of it, dying in a really like drawn out, unfortunate way, and having to now in one fell swoop reconcile with the entire life that they've curated for themselves. I don't know that like where they go when they die is necessarily even a passing thought for this album.
Like death is already here, and you could just assume that death is the embodiment of hell, especially by the way that he was treating the patient. Or I get, like that's generally not something that God would do, I would think, but maybe I'm wrong. I just generally don't believe that God would be coming down to mentally torture somebody, even though we know that God has done that in the past.
Yeah. If we read the good book, the entire Old Testament is about God doing fuck shit. You read the OD. People. If you read the OD, the OD, the OT, you'll discover it's a lot about God being a fucked up asshole to people until he had a kid and sold himself out.
I'm glad I called it the Old Testament, gave it a new name.
The Old Testament, truly.
It's a rewriting.
Yeah. But again, this is like in here. Go ahead.
No, yeah, like I agree with everything you said, because it's generally this weird conversation that you think is going both ways, and I think it's now like this strange thing where it's like there's a plot twist here, and it's like, and I'm trying to look at this through this light of there's a plot twist here, and it's like it's right here in black and white, and I think it's kind of one of those things that if the patient hadn't died, maybe. This person would stay and they'd forgive, which is kind of hard to believe after everything else that's gone on. But like, you can also then take into consideration the emotional torture of just actively dying. But we can also see that wasn't just a one-off. Like, this is how this person has been treated, likely this entire relationship. So it does also seem like it could be from the patient, where if he did survive and this person did stay, they would, the patient would forgive them for exactly what we've never really learned, because we know it's not mom, we know it's not dad, it's this external party that we've never really learned much about outside of the patient kind of like angrily rambling at them. And if you have to thank a person or like allow them forgiveness for you angrily ranting at them, you're still kind of the big piece of the problem.
Yeah, I think that was the idea, was that like there is like this panic that sets in at the end of your life where you've led this life and you have done things in a way where you realize that you are not pleased with the way that you've done everything. Yeah. And because you are now at this final point where there's no coming back from, it's just like, I'm going to be dead. Like, you panic and you grasp onto everything and you try your hardest, but like, it's so hard to undo those like tethers of like how you behaved, that it's just like you try anything to try and get forgiveness. You try anything to like get what you can get back. And so that's why we get, what was that? What was that? Somebody's doing some fuck shit out there.
There was a door.
But yeah, so you get this like you write a letter to your mom who has terrorized you for your entire life, and you try and blame your partner, but then realize you fucked up, and like because you've done this is the pattern you follow your entire life, but you realize you fucked up and you try and like do these weird tactics to get them back and to keep them with you until the end, and it doesn't work. You finally like kind of lost that last thread, and that's why you finally just let go, because you have nothing left. And it's this whole energy behind it, where it is this person who has now had a final realization that they're not done, and they have regrets and can't do anything about it. And that's kind of the tragedy behind everything that's happening here. And so we've hit this story where it's not necessarily even about the patient anymore. It's about the people that the patient has left behind, choosing to move on and choosing to be okay, you know, in that sort of way.
Yeah.
Like it'll be okay. Like choosing to be okay.
Right.
But within the context of the band too, it even works where it's just like a dialogue between Mikey and Gerard, right? Where it's just like Mikey's like, you know, I'm not afraid to keep on going because I need to do this for myself, and I'm not afraid to do it by myself if you're not going to be supportive of me. And Gerard being like, you know, if you stay, you know, I'll be forgiven. And then Mikey's like, I have to go home. I have to fix this. I have to go away.
Right.
So that's kind of the sense I get there. And throughout this verse too, this is like where like the layering, like the echoey voice that he has, like there's a couple different like layers on top of it. And then also there's like the in the background, like very faint, but you can hear them in the background. It's like, yeah, there's a lot of like stuff happening in the background of this chorus that is just like, if you listen and you like try and pick out all the little details, there's so much going on, but it's so like cohesive that they all blend into this one thing that you don't really think about it too hard. But yeah, it's very impressive. It's very good stuff. We get to verse 2. So the chorus ends, nothing you can say can stop me going home. And you get that like same riff from when it dropped into the first verse.
Right.
And it goes into, and he starts off as GARDy as he possibly can. Can you say my eyes are shining bright? And again, the way that he sings some of his words are incredibly funny because it's can you see, but the way he sings it is misheard lyric. Can you say?
Yeah.
Can you say?
Can you say my eyes?
Yeah. Which doesn't make any fucking sense, but that's what it sounds like. God damn it.
I know.
Like, come on, I'm not yelling at you. I'm yelling at him. God damn it.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Fucking bastard man Gerard Way, it feels like. God damn. To the Way siblings, bastard men. No, it's okay. Can you see my eyes are shining bright? 'Cause I'm out here on the other side of a jet black hotel mirror and I'm so weak. Is it hard understanding? I'm incomplete. A love that's so demanding. I get weak.
So a little bit of a change, you know, from the first verse, but
yeah. I almost wonder too where this does feel like it's still the patient, right? Because like this jet black hotel mirror could be where they're staying. They're staying at a hotel near the hospital to be nearby for the patient and all this other stuff. And it's just like everything is so dark and so like they can't even see themselves in the reflection of this mirror because they're so lost in supporting the patient and supporting this person that is pushing them away actively. And
it's such a contrast from verse 1 where it's so many bright lights to cast a shadow. And now here we are in verse 2 and just pitch black darkness, where in verse 1, you can assume also that it's just the bright ass fluorescent lights that every hospital has.
Yeah. Yeah.
And here we are after in the room by ourselves.
Well, that first one, like the hot fluorescent lights, but also like operation room surgery lights, things like that, where they're trying to do these things. So all this stuff, and they cast a shadow, like all these surgeries and all these things that, like this stay in the hospital that is not working, casting this deep shadow on the proceedings where it's just like, and it's just like the darkness is it's just what it is. Like there's no fixing it. But yet you go back here where it's just like, can you see my eyes are shining bright? I'm still hopeful. I'm still trying to be there. I'm still trying to do this.
Right.
And I'm here trying. I can't see myself. I was trying to see myself through this mirror. And I can't because I'm so lost in it. Like I know I'm on the other side there, but I can't see myself.
Or it's like just generally the other side of life. Like when you look into the mirror, I hope that you see me or a part of me as you. It's real Zagreus Millenoway kind of thing. Like you just kind of, you're looking at each other and you just like, when you look in the mirror and see literally anybody else, and it could be the shell of your former self. It could be you look in the mirror and you see a part of somebody else. I mean, God's sakes, if you are with somebody for so long, you will probably look in a mirror and still see a shadow of them looking back.
Sure. Yeah. So, you know, and again, this thing here too, it could be, this is Mikey talking about like what he has to do to get better. And he's just like, I'm trying my best. I'm shining through, and I'm so weak. And this also, is it hard understanding I'm incomplete? I love that so demanding I get weak. I'm kind of reevaluating that now, where it's just like Gerard is saying, is it hard understanding I'm incomplete? And Mikey is saying, I love that so demanding I get weak, because like this condition and what I have to deal with is making me weak. But like this constant demand from somebody who needs me so badly to be here when I can't physically perform and be here, is making me even weaker, and it's hard, but I'm still trying for myself, kind of thing. Yeah.
Well, and like I said, this could be like post-operation, everything's done, and it's now the partner looking back, and it's hard. Is it hard understanding I'm now incomplete? Yeah. And that come the end of just, I mean, it's so fucking weird how this song just seems to be now layered 3 times, right? Like we've got to look at it from the side of the patient, we got to look at it the side of the partner, we got to look at it the side fucking bastard man Mikey Way. Like this, it's just fucking all over the place. A fucking Charlie Day in this bitch with some red string. Like where do we go? And then I really do not like this 4th layer where it's like, no, everything's fine. This is just the part of the Inception world where the top never falls. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. There's a lot going on.
I do really like the side of signing on to the partner, just because you can see and feel so much pain in these words that like you have understood throughout the last couple of songs that have canonically been the patient, that they've never got a word in, that they were never able to say anything. Yeah. And here it is on the other side of just feeling still that sense of loss, and still you are so beaten down, and you've lost your partner who might have been an asshole, but you've still lost the other half of you in one way or another. Like it's hard 100%. To not feel something by that. But like it just makes it more heartbreaking if you go and sign on to that side, because I think the word optimism was also on that page, like on the Wikipedia page, and it's like I get that from the chorus. I get a lot of that from the chorus, maybe like I'm not afraid to keep on living, but oh my gosh, the foil around the chorus is so still just sad. Like it doesn't feel good.
Yeah. Well, especially too when we get to the fucking bridge. The bridge is like, we'll talk about the bridge, but the bridge is intense. But you get after the verse 2, you get into the chorus again, and the chorus they sing it a couple of times. And at the end, nothing you can say can stop me going home. And one more time, can we please stop and give a round of applause to Ray motherfucking Toro? Please.
You're good.
Because what another banger of a fucking guitar solo.
Yeah.
Like it's just so, like he's just so fucking good. He's so fucking good. I also, the other thing too is that I like that he's so fucking good and he plays in these songs that allow him to be so fucking good. Right. I'll have some things to say a couple seasons from now about beautiful man Joe Troman of Fall Out Boy, who is equally very good, and Andy Hurley, if we're being honest, who's equally very good. Because again, I'm playing contrast here because the other thing that we mentioned at the top, but like something that we don't consistently mention through these songs is Bob's drumming. Again,
still
whatever issues he had, he went through some stuff, he passed away, you know, whatever you think about him, like what a gifted drummer, right? Like like such a phenomenal drummer. And I think this album really does allow them to be those talented artists and be those talented musicians that they are. Yeah. And I think about this a lot because I know we're going to be coming up on covering Fall Out Boy pretty soon. Fall Out Boy does not give Andy and Joe enough to do. because they are phenomenal in a very similar way, the way I think Bob and Ray are phenomenal. But like, they're just doing some fucking, they're doing such basic shit. And if you didn't already know it, you wouldn't know they were so good at what they do.
Right.
Which again, I think Fall Out Boy's iconic. I love most of Fall Out Boy's shit, but like it is striking the difference between these two bands and how they allow their musicians to shine.
Well, and sometimes like the sadness about a drum player is you are such a steady heartbeat of the song that it's easy to overlook you until you have that moment to shine. Meanwhile, like you're still fucking drumming your heart out and doing every goddamn thing right. But I'm so used to hearing that sound where it's like, yeah, it's kind of until you have a moment to shine where it's like, yeah.
Yeah. The reason why I was thinking about this more actively too is I was listening to this song and then I paused it for a second to go look at something else. I had to open up YouTube for something and I saw a suggested video. And it was I don't remember if it was Drumeo, but it was one of those like drumming channels where they have like the drummers on to like do the songs and stuff.
Sure.
And it was just a video. It was Andy playing Head First Slide into Cooperstown. And great song, but it's like and it's such a big, and like you could tell like he was doing fills that are not in the song because it's just like otherwise what the fuck is this drum solo, right? Like the drumming, what's the point of this if you're not doing the fills? So it's just like I just wish the contrast. So all this to be said, great fucking shit from Ray, great fucking shit from Bob, from all of them really, except for Bastard Man Mikey Way because he wasn't part of this. Right. So we get to the chorus. This was fucking ripping guitar solo, and the guitar solo ends. Doom, doom, and we get this like just a gentle strumming again. No, sorry, my bad, not the bridge. We get to the after the shredding continues.
Yes,
and you get these bright lights have always blinded me. Yeah. These bright lights have always blinded me, I say. And again, pretty simple to, it's just like a callback to the first verse where he kind of talked about those things where these bright lights have always blinded me, I say. And then it gets into the strumming.
Yes.
And there is like stuff happening underneath and there's parentheticals and this may be, I have to go back and like re-listen to the tracks when I'm finalizing my rankings and stuff. This may be the best bridge on the album.
Oh, it's pretty damn good.
It's pretty up there, if not number one, but it's incredibly good.
It's
because of the way because it's simple and it's he repeats it, but like the way he escalates his voice and the way he gets more and more frantic, and then the music kind of builds up with it too. So it drops down. I see you lying next to me with words I thought I'd never speak, awake and unafraid, asleep or dead. And then it's just that a couple of times. So it's waking up, asleep or dead, 2, 3, 4. So it's 4 of that, just those lines repeated over and over again. And as it's going, there's this like like almost a whisper underneath it, like, how can I see you? I see you lying. How can I see? And it's also a said, how can I see you? I see you lying. And he is also ascending with it too. He's getting more and more like elevated and aggressive and frantic with it. Cause I see you lying next to me. And he is yelling it. And he gets to the end and he holds that line. Awake and unafraid, asleep or dead. And then the chorus kicks back in. And as he ends the "or dead," he comes back in underneath the chorus, "or dead," and it's just like, and it just goes and goes and goes until the end of the song. And as it kind of gets to the end, it gets to the end, and it all kind of like crescendos together, and it's just like the last "or dead" ends, and it ends with "Honey, if you stay, I'll be forgiven. Nothing you can say can stop me going home." And then it just kind of cuts. On the album version, it just cuts. In the music video, it like there's like a final strum and it kind of fades out. But like in the song, it like cuts and it's just done. But I do want to go back to the bridge for a second. So I see you lying next to me with words I thought I'd never speak. Awake and unafraid, asleep or dead. Which is just like, I don't know what to do with that, quite frankly.
I mean, it's just simply that moment where you've let the pot simmer and fucking boil over, and every single emotion that you're going through, and you cannot contain it anymore. And you finally have that delirious courage to just say anything to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where I still want to say that it's the partner of the patient after everything is said and done, and they have sat with all of this guilt and anger and heartbreak. And even after the patient has passed, they're lying there in bed on their side looking over, and who's looking back but the patient? And since they're not there, they can finally speak their fucking mind.
Mm-hmm.
They finally have everything that can come out.
Mm-hmm. It also kind of strikes me as this sort of like realization, this like connection to where like you get to the end of Disenchanted, and we've kind of discussed how like canonically this is like the end of the road, right? This is they have left the room and it's finally their time to go, and that's just kind of how it's going to be. And asleep or dead kind of strikes me as like the partner coming back and seeing them in their bed and their eyes are closed, and you don't really know which is which immediately. And
where's the earphone?
Room.
Where?
Hamper. In a bag. That's where I charged it. It was close enough.
Nice. But it does strike me as this, like, you see it and you don't know what it is at first, and then you figure it out, and then like, or as you're trying to figure it out, you also go back to this reflection of everything. And that's when you feel like you can get your words out and where you can say all these things. Yeah, I think I like that. I think that's good.
Well, and I like from the brotherly aspect too, it does work, because when you're at a sleepover in a haunted fucking house and you're all just staying up so goddamn late, trying to make music, trying to do this, trying to go to bed, trying to do all these different things that artists can do. And then you're just kind of like stuck with each other at the end of the night, and your brothers, but your bandmates. So then you have to go back and forth and say all of these things that you never really wanted to say or thought you could say, and now here it's all out on the table.
Yeah. Well, even that too, like I think from a different perspective on that one as well, where it's just like it's like a reflection as well, where it's like if you think about like maybe like Gerard reflecting on the situation, like as Mikey is leaving and having to say all this stuff to him, and thinking back to like when they were kids and when they were in, like maybe they shared a room, I don't know, but like maybe like when they had their beds next to each other and they shared a room, and Gerard saw Mikey sleeping, and never thought he would have to, like, thinking back on their childhood and thinking back on all this stuff, never thought he would have to have these types of conversations with his brother of all people.
Yep.
When he used to think about, like, whether or not his brother was just, like, sleeping or whether he was dead in his bed, and, like, having these, like, dark thoughts about it, and then flashing forward to me and, like, now I have to all these, like, really difficult dark conversations with you, when it used to be this reflection of, like, an innocent thing that kids just did, you know?
Yeah.
Like anxious kids did, I guess. So I kind of see that as, like, the part of it too.
Yeah.
So fucking banger of a song though. God damn, what a great
Really
song.
is.
What a great song.
I will be curious, and, like, I don't like to do a call to action often, but
Sure.
for our listeners who do write in, I am curious of the perspective that you think this song is from.
Yeah, I don't know that I've ever looked at it.
Or is it the patient?
Well, I don't know that I've ever thought about it from the perspective of the partner until we started doing this too, which is, like, I think that's a kind of a take that I don't know that I've ever. I'm not going to sit here and listen to us with our original thoughts and our cool analysis skills. It's just, like, I don't know that I've seen people take it from the perspective of the partner before. So I'm just kind of curious what people think about it.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's out there, but I've never seen it. Yeah.
It's on a Tumblr blog somewhere. Lotus has read it.
God. Yeah, Lotus has read it. Probably Annie too. Great song. Do you have any final thoughts about it before we move into a little shorty segment here?
A little shorty. No, I think it's a great song. Like you said, I've really enjoyed the back and forth that we've actually been able to have over this, because it's just, like you said, it was layered, and then we had another layer, and then somehow another layer. Like, I still don't see the plot twist ending here. Like, I don't have the fucking, do you want to play a game? And then the na-na-na kind of coming in on the back end of this. It's going to then explain everything to me. So I can write that one out. But yeah, this is a great song. And I'm glad that now it's very multifaceted.
Yeah.
I'm getting hosed here. You see it? Did you see it whipping? Oh,
Helicoptering, bitch.
She's whipping it at you. Take it, bitch. Take it, bitch.
Just got hosed.
So Blood is a hidden track, and I don't think we're going to be talking about it for very long. Fucking God.
I just hope that her little mouth as she walked out got picked up on the
I heard it. I don't know if it'll be picked up in the thing, but I heard it. We're not going to be talking about it for very long. I did change my mind, so you did hear the sequence break. I'm just doing it for my own editing process, but
yeah.
It's a very short track. It's a hidden track, so we kind of talked about this before. The CDs used to do this thing where because of how they were played, there's metadata and stuff, and they are broken out track by track within the CD. But if you're just listening to it in a CD player, you don't know that. And so what happened was Famous Last Words ended, and after an uncomfortably long silence, this really chipper fucking piano starts playing. It's just like old timey, like vaudevillian piano that's kind of coming in, and they start singing this song called Blood, and the filter on it is this like kind of like radio pass filter, and he's singing like a guy like this, and it's very like vaudeville, very very chipper, very welcome to the Zeppelin races live at Mount Fuji, Dateline.
It's a minute and a half.
Yeah, it's a very short song, so it takes a minute and a half. Too many kisses. Too many kisses.
Cats
today.
don't know what to do. You what?
I took down their playground.
Oh,
whoops!
The outside cats.
Outside cats. Okay.
I just love the fucking sentence of the cats don't know what to do. The cats don't know what to do.
The owls are not what they seem. So it's this verse. So there's 2 verses and 2 choruses essentially. It's a minute and a half silence, and then I think the song itself is like also a minute and a half. It's like not very long. So verse 1 is, while they encourage your complete cooperation, send your roses when they think you need to smile. Doom doom. I can't control myself because I don't know how. And they love me for it, honestly. I'll be here for a while. I'm just going to read through the whole thing.
Yeah.
So give them blood, gallons of the stuff. Give them all that they can drink, and it will never be enough. So give them blood. I'll grab a glass because there's going to be a flood. A celebrated man amongst the gurneys. They can fix me proper with a bit of luck. The doctors and the nurses, they adore me so. But it's really quite alarming, 'cause I'm such an awful fuck. Oh, thank you. I gave you blood, gallons of the stuff. I gave you all that you can drink, and it has never been enough. I gave you blood. I'm the kind of human wreckage that you love. Doom, doom, and then it ends. And that's
so good.
And this also does, I think, just like from a very casual perspective, it is like the patient being very flippant and glib about his stay in the hospital because he has to be there for so long. He's a star patient and all this other stuff. And he's just so annoyed and so tired of like all the blood draws and the testing and all this other stuff. Is like him at his, like, trying to make light of the shit that he has to go through while he's in there with his usual charm. Yeah.
I think like with the layer of the teenagers video on top of it, it does do a good job of playing to both. Like if this were just elongated to be teenagers, I would have maybe gotten the message a little bit more. Like this is just, they want your cooperation, give your blood, so on and so forth. Like not necessarily give your blood like in a way of giving your blood, but like go bleed and do all the things for all the things that we've encouraged you to do. But then definitely verse 2 does really go into the patient vibe. But yeah, it is just a glib little fucking joke. He's just being a facetious little fuck at this point, which, you know, hey, you probably earned it.
Yeah. The verse 2, I think, is very directly related to like the storyline of the album and the patient and also other stuff.
Yes.
I think there is also something to be said about this potentially also being about the band, where the fans of My Chemical Romance are so fucking fervent and so like attached and like kind of going through this thing is like we give you, and kind of even going back to the themes of Famous Last Words, like we give you everything and we give you as much as we can, and it's like not enough, and it's just this like hard thing. I think there's also potentially a little bit to that with it.
Well, there's that little bit of sadness as like an artist too, where it's just because I'm such an awful fuck. Like it's quite alarming that you do this because I'm such an awful fuck. Like there is always going to be that side of fame where you don't necessarily know the person that's behind that mask. Yeah. And I'm not going to say like GARD is a terrible person. Obviously he's gone to continue to be okay. Like, but we do know times have told us that there are some famous people that are pretty shitty.
Yeah, and even if you like think you get like give best as like, I don't think Gerard Way is necessarily a bad person. I don't think that's true. Right. But like, if it, assuming like best case like that, like you start like, there's such a, for somebody that has gone through the struggles that Gerard has gone through and like knows that there's such a self-depreciating bit that comes from just living where you think that you are worse than you are. Because of what your brain is telling you all the time. Yeah. And so I think that also is a little bit tongue in cheek in that way too, where it's just like, why do you like us? We're fucking awful. Like, but they're not. It's just like, weird dichotomy thing.
It's a fun little thing. Like I'll definitely give it that. Yeah,
it's fun. It's a cute little thing.
Imagine if they swapped teenagers out with this. Just in the album entirely.
Yeah. Well, I think I've been calling and there is a music video for it, which is fucking weird to me. but it looks like too where I kept calling it a sequel in like the last few episodes, like the episodes we've talked about it. It does appear to be a prequel.
Prequel feel.
Where them getting ready for the performance that they then get fucking assaulted at by a bunch of teenagers. I think it's them getting ready for it because like Bob is like putting the tape on Mikey and like writing on it and like they're getting prepared. So they come in and they walk in and they start getting ready and the cheerleaders come in and dance and this is Frankie Arrow at his gayest, like not knowing what to do with women and trying his best not to touch them or let them touch him. And it's just them all sitting there and just getting prepared and stuff for the thing while the cheerleaders are dancing. And Gerard is sitting in the front. He's making all the weird faces that Gerard makes. And then they vamoose for the performance. And that's kind of like how the music video goes. But one thing I want to do really quick before we get done here. Released on October 23rd, 2006. Producers My Chemical Romance and Rob Cavallo. Writers GARD, Bastard Man Mikey Way, Frank Iero, Ray Toro, Bob Breyer, who, for all intents and purposes, may just be My Chemical Romance.
I don't fucking believe it anymore.
You have to fucking believe it. It's the last time we're going to do that. It's the last time we're going to do it. You have to believe it. I know you guys keep saying it's Bob. And it's Frank, and it's Ray, and it's Mikey, and it's GARD, and it's My Chemical Romance. And you have to fucking believe me.
I'll just fucking take your word for it.
And if I'm begging you to believe me,
I believe it. I believe it now.
They mastered it at Sterling Sound. It was a mix of Resonate Music, engineer Lars Fox, label Reprise Records, recording engineer Doug McKean, mixing engineer Chris Lord Alge, mastering engineer Ted Jensen, assistant mixing engineer Keith Armstrong, assistant engineer Jimmy Hoyson and Chris Steffen, background vocals Ray Toro and Frankie Iero. One thing that I did want to mention about the music video is that the little bits where there is background vocals in the music video, Frank will turn to the camera and like say the words, like he'll say blood periodically and he says the "oh thank you" after the awful fuck line. And it's really fun to watch that in the music video. Lead vocals GARD, piano Jamie Muhobarak, songs that sample Blood, Red 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 by Rejected Reina and Blood by Oreo Solo.
All right.
Well, you can go to the savannah for acacia, or the tigers where the spruce are super tall. I found a couple oak trees when I spawned right in, and I made a diamond neck so I can make the others fall. So give me wood, shulkers of the good. I need boats and chests and doors to make my base look as it should. So give me wood. I would level this whole forest if I could. Songs that interpolate Blood Wood, bonus track by Quentin Lovejoy, in case you hadn't figured that out by now. We've also got covers, Blood by Oreo Solo, which is also a sample, I guess. Blood by Zach Cash and Blood by Interdescent. There is not a rock sound cover of this one. We also got translations in Spanish and Portuguese.
Oh yeah. The Russians went back home.
They did.
Well, once again, we've got Pop Concept Album, USA, in English.
Oh.
Dark Cabaret.
We're fucking back, baby. Dark Cabaret is back. We're back on the menu. The Dark Carnival. It's been a while. The Dark Carnival has returned for us, yes.
And Ragtime.
That's what it is. It's like that's the vibe they're going for. This fucking like electric piano and like the yeah. Do you have anything to say about? Yeah. See, anything to say about Blood before we move on to the sound system, Adam?
No, there's nothing. I think it's fine. It's fun. Yeah. It's okay. I mean,
yeah. Well. It's a little kiss. It's a fun little kissy little song. I like it.
Yeah.
Shall we move on to the sound system?
Soundsystem.
Soundsystem.
Well, I guess it's me, huh?
Yeah, it is you. You got to go.
So I said that my song was Can't Miss You by Sublime.
Yes.
And
we're both going old school today.
Yeah, well, I mean, the fucking wild thing here until you come in with your, late plot twist is Sublime is still making music regardless of
they totally
Bradley
are
being passed away.
Yeah. Well, what is this a newer song then, or is like when did this come out?
No, there's a whole new album coming out this year that his son is the lead singer for.
Interesting.
So the last couple of years that Sublime has been touring, his son Jake has been the lead singer on, and I can't remember what his son's band name was, but he was a part of a band. And then I think like Sublime did the whole Sublime with Rome thing for fucking ever. And then his Bradley's son was in another band. So when they left and just kind of stopped with Sublime being around, Jacob came in and said, I'll do lead vocals. So he's been lead vocals per the Wikipedia since 2023. But this is the first bit of new music that they've done. So for anybody that listens to alternative radio or just radio in general, Jesus Christ, in general, I'm sure you've heard the song Ensenada played. Mm-hmm. And that's also a new song that's off of this album.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So this album comes out this year, I think just probably in a couple of months, if not next month. But it's just wild to me that this has continued. And I don't mean that in like a negative way. Oh, it comes out in 3 days. It comes out June 12th.
Nice. So by the time you listen to this episode, it'll be out.
It'll be out. Yeah. I've listened to the other songs on there. I do enjoy them. I want to see, out of just curiosity, how sublimey some of these tracks we can see the old Sublime come in, because we know that there's probably songs on the radio that are played by Sublime that are heavily edited, and that's for the best. But I'm curious if they get to that level of strangeness in music. There are song titles that I can't even say on this podcast because they're really not that great. But like Sublime has always been a bit of a vibe that I'm curious about if a 2026 replication would sound as good. And so far, I think the answer is yes.
Yeah. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, I know. I thought it was, my brain was like, oh, that's an old Sublime song. And it's not. It's fucking brand spanking new. So that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I like that. It sounds,
right, well, tell me about
it sounds nice. Like, it sounds nice.
It's classic. I mean, it sounds like it came from 30 years ago.
It absolutely does.
God, we're old.
Yeah. So I said not Chumbawamba. Because I probably have cut this part out of the episode. It's like right at the beginning after the intro, but I said Chumbawamba. And then you said Chumbawamba, and I said it's not Chumbawamba. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
So it is the band you're thinking of, Tubthumping. Oh, I get knocked down, but I get up again. It is that band. I had a completely different sound system picked, and then last night, Chad, my friend Chad, sent me for a fucking loop and sent me on a journey that I did not expect to be taking today, or last night into today. So number one, the Mandela effect is that I thought the band this entire fucking time has been called Chumbawamba. It's not Chumbawamba. It is Chumbawamba. CHUMBAWAMBA, not WUMBA. I've always thought it was Chumbawamba. It is Chumbawamba. Wamba.
Yeah.
And now if you are familiar enough with this band, there is their first album came out in 1997. It is called Tubthumper, and the lead track on that song is called Tubthumping. And it's the song everybody knows. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. He drinks a whiskey drink. He drinks a lager drink. And it's just like this like big song this song that like everybody knows. I learned I knew this. I learned a long time ago. They wrote this song, and apparently it sounds nothing like the rest of their stuff because they knew they needed a hit to chart so that they could become popular, essentially.
Sure.
And so I realized last night, as Chad shared this discovery with me, the chorus of this song, my pick for today, "The Good Ship Lifestyle," was on a sound on a fucking Instagram reel, and he looked into it and it was like, I've got to do a deep dive on fucking Chumbawamba. I'm just gonna read this on "The Good Ship Lifestyle." British anarchist rock group Chumbawamba.
Fuck yeah.
Take to task political ideologues who espouse values which they themselves don't practice. And so it is just this like song about, like, the entire album's like this, but it's this just kind of song about how it's about like Chumbawamba is so fucking left. They are just like so anti, like, you just need to go in and like read about like some of the stuff that
I'll have to look
people
at
from Chumbawamba have done. But the chorus, like I said, the guitar, and it's just, you're trying to figure out where it's going. It starts out with this like, it starts out with these readings of these locations with this like monotone woman, like very in the style of like the BBC forecasting notices and stuff like that. And then it kind of gets into this like kind of like Enya by way of rock singing of this thing. And then it gets into the chorus and like it just fucking rips. It is such a wild thing to know this band for so many fucking years, basically my entire life, as the Tubthumping band. Right. And then discover that they're actually fucking based as hell and their music fucking whips ass. And I picked "The Good Ship Lifestyle" because number one, it's a really good song, but number two, it is the first non-Tubthumping song by Chumbawamba that I ever heard.
Sure.
And it's
it is for me now too.
Yeah, hell of an intro to the rest of their discography. So
this feels like something that would open an anime.
I guess maybe.
Like, I think once like it all explodes and you're like, here's your title screen kind of thing. Like it.
Sure. The
most unsettling baby that I've had to look at on my screen.
Yeah, I've also never seen the album before. It is just like this picture of a fucking baby with like a adult's mouth like pasted onto it. It is not.
And fucking all black eyes.
It's not fun to look at. Yeah, it's very like beady black eyes. I'm listening to the chorus.
I dig this.
It's just so good. It's so fucking good. So please get into Chumbawamba. I beg of you. I was not expecting any of this to happen last night, and I had to pivot course.
In the year of our Lord 2026, please get into Chumbawamba.
Yeah. Very leftist, very anarchist. In a shocking turn of events, I could have never predicted. So check them out. My original pick, and I'm going to save it for next week because I do want to have like a LGBTQ artist on my sound system for Pride Month. And it was going to be this week. And then I was also going to do one next week. And then all hell broke loose. So with Chumbawamba.
Well, next week's now Olivia Rodrigo. So you got to save that one for after that.
Well, I'm not. Well, the thing is, I already put a Olivia Rodrigo song from that album on the sound system. And so I'm going to talk more broadly about the album in sound system, but it will not be my pick for sound system. Sure. I've got a different
you
pick.
And your fake rules.
I mean, it's not fake. You wanted to fucking use fucking Black Parade as your sound system for the first one, you moron.
It would have been fine. We were going to talk about the album. Of course, I've been listening to the album.
Yeah, no fucking shit, asshole. No
I've
shit.
never heard it before. I've just been free gaming the entire season.
Christ almighty. He's just been guessing, using me for context.
Yeah.
Every time I start with what do you think about this? He's like, oh fuck. It's like that. Fuck. It's like that game where you like everybody has the category except for one person, and you say one word, and then you have to like guess who the imposter is. Like it's been Adam this whole season.
I didn't do fucking shit.
But yeah, so I also don't think that like Olivia is for the girls, but I don't think that she's for the girls, if you know what I mean. So I'm looking for like a queer artist to talk about next week, and I have my pick already. It's just I'm going to save it. So until then, crazy to think that next week.
Stress.
Yeah, I'm tired. Until then, like I said, crazy to think that next week will be the finale of the first season, the Black Parade. We're going to be doing our ranking. I've been picking at this ranking in a way that I haven't in the past for like all the old Panic albums. I've been picking at this ranking a lot the last couple of weeks. Like I've been working on this for a while and trying to like really dial in my picks. And I think by the end of it, I will have a good dialed in answer. But like right now, it's real hard. Right. Because again, what a phenomenal album. What a great album, just generally. Even with what we said about teenagers and stuff like that, like even teenagers is like I said, it's a fine song. It's a good song. But it's just like, where do you put all these like really just incredible tracks and like all this other stuff? Right. So I don't know about you. I'm having a hard time, but I endeavor to by next week have a catharsis, a consensus about what my ranking looks like. And I hope you listener do too. Please send your rankings in. At the disco pod at gmail.com is probably going to be the best way to send those because it's an email.
Absolutely.
And nice formatting. But that being said, still Sad Kids Record Society on Instagram, still our reviews, still our comment section, any YouTube comments, things like that. Just please feel free to drop things wherever and we will read them on the show. I think that's it.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Hey, Adam. Fuck yeah.
Hey, fuck yeah.
Hey, fuck yeah.
I think also the terror of this is like, as we went through 7 seasons of Panic, we could also predict season over season. And now we're just doing one season an album. And that's just fuck. Like, it just makes it more stressful. It's a scramble. Yeah. As much as we have like a month or two, it's a fucking scramble. Right.
Because who knows how long it's going to be before we get back to like another MCR album. If we do, it's just like all this other stuff too, where it's just, so there's a lot to consider. And we will in fact be considering it from now until next week. Yes. But until such time, I declare this meeting of the Sad Kids Record Society closed. Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Did I listen to pop music because I was miserable? Or was I miserable because I listened to pop music?